Vladdy's up right now. He is down 0-2 in this count. First inning on the bump for the Blue Jays is, what's his name? Dylan Cease. And for the Red Sox, Ranger Suarez. 0-2 pitch to Vlad. It's going to miss low, 1 ball and 2 strikes. So we got the Boston Red Sox with this team firing Alex Cora just a few days ago. And the Toronto Blue Jays that are a very injured team. 1-2 inside, tight. 2-2. So both of these teams have been off to an unbelievable tough start on the season. Both of them, it's been hard. And as of late, the Blue Jays have been a little bit better. 2-2 pitch to Vladdy. Swing and a miss. That is going to end the inning. So no team scores in the first inning. We are going now to the top of the second inning. Look, both of these teams, without a doubt, have been struggling. The Blue Jays, the Red Sox. I mean, now for the Red Sox, as we saw, they fired Alex Cora and other coaches, which usually it's not even 30 games into the season. You don't always see things like that happen. But it happened this year. It happened this year. And, you know, the Red Sox are trying to get themselves established. They're trying to establish themselves in the season. And on the other hand, the Blue Jays, they've been a team that's been heavily injured throughout the season. I mean, from George Springer not playing, Alejandro Kirk not playing. Treyu Savage is going to pitch his first game tomorrow, so he'll be back tomorrow. Shane Bieber has not pitched. You know, the Blue Jays have been an injured team. And in Rogers Center tonight is Ernie Clement hockey jersey night. On Friday, I was at the game. It was Y2K sweater night, and it sold out so fast. And the same tonight. It's a sellout. It's a Monday night. Really, really good. The crowd in Toronto, they are representing their team. So look, both of these teams, I want to go over their records and talk a little bit more. I've already spoken about that both of them are struggling. But I want to give you at least the records, and you can be able to have an idea about a little bit more about these teams. So the Blue Jays, they've been okay at home. They're 8-7 at home, but their overall record is 12-15. The Red Sox away haven't been so good. They're 6-9, and their overall record is 11-17. First pitch from Dylan Cease. It is gonna be a strike to start off this top of the second inning. He's facing Abreu right now. If I'm not mistaken, that's the Abreu that hit the home run in the World Baseball Classic final. 0-1 pitch is going to miss, 1 ball and 1 strike. So the lineup, Duran, Contreras, Roman Anthony, Willie Abreu, Trevor Story, Mayer, Rafaela, Narvaez, and Durbin. For the Red Sox, that's going to be popped up. Not deep at all, but the shortstop is going to call it, and he is going to make the first out. It's Ernie Clement making the play. So 1 out to start off this inning. The lineup for the Blue Jays, they started again. No Alejandro Kirk, no George Springer. I mean, they're missing a lot of players. So their lineup: Straw, Clement, Vladdy, Okamoto, Sosa, Jimenez, Sanchez. First pitch to Trevor Story is in there, strike 1. Jay Sanchez, Snyder, and Heineman is catching for this team. So let's see right now the 0-1 pitch to Trevor Story. Swing and a miss, 0-2. We got some people here. A shout out to Roberto for liking the live. Shout out. We got Ralphie. Mets should trade Mendoza for Cora. Cora's a free agent, so I don't see that happening. But look, I don't know why. I'm not that sold on Cora, personally. I would prefer Beltran over Cora. 0-2 pitch. Here it is. Misses outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Shout out to Roberto Hernandez for the follow. Cora's firing was long overdue. Peak. I agree with that. 100% agree with that. Samuel Zorilla with the follow. Swing and a miss. Dylan Cease strikes out Trevor Story. That's the second out of the inning. So yeah, shout out to Samuel Zorilla for the follow. We got Austin Sinatra is here. I could be at peace today not doing a Mets game. The Mets are off today. Sinatra likes the live. I appreciate you. Let's see. Let's catch up on some words there. We got Christian. We got Mr. Fancy, Jose, Mississippi Made, Vlad, Zachary, Chava, Juan, Austin. Low-key, that is going to be a swing and a miss to Mayer. 0-2 quickly from Dylan Cease. Sinatra, low-key, I think Beltran will be a good pickup. Honestly, let's go for some managers for the Mets. Okay, 0-2 pitch from Cease. Here it is. Hit hard. Fair ball down the first base line. It's going to hit the wall, so they are not going to be able to get to second base, but it is going to be a 2-out single. Yo, my stress levels are okay because the Mets not... Sinatra, I'm telling you, I'm happy that I'm not having to watch them play tonight. Because this team, oh boy, but I'm happy I could just enjoy some baseball right now, you know? Enjoy baseball just in general. Rafaela's up right now versus Dylan Cease. First pitch is going to be in there. Strike one. Yo, look, Beltran. Let's look at the Mets' last few managers. Now, I like Buck Showalter. I will say that. But Mendoza didn't really have much ties to the Mets organization. 0-1 pitch from Cease. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Mickey Callaway was the manager. Luis Rojas. Beltran actually played for the Mets. He's going into the Hall of Fame, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, the Mets retired his number. He's going in as a Met. So I would love to see Beltran, honestly. Can Alex Cora coach for the Mets? I hope not. He could, but I hope not. Too much controversy there. 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. That is going to do it. Dylan Cease strikes out a few. No runs for the Red Sox. They get a base hit. We are now going to the bottom of the second. And look, folks, I'm doing this game right now. When this game finishes, I'll be back at 10:30 p.m. whenever this game finishes for the Denver Nuggets versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. That game is an absolute must. Without a doubt, I'm going to be doing that game. 100%. Who you think going to win this game, Unk? I've gotten the name. I'm Unk now. You heard? I'm Unk. I'm officially Unk. You know, I want to say that the Blue Jays are going to win it because they've been playing better baseball. But what I will say is that the Blue Jays give the Red Sox give the Blue Jays trouble. So, all right, if I had to go with a pick, I would say Blue Jays are going to win it, especially because the Red Sox are not playing so well now. So I'm going to go with, I think that the Red Sox will be the team, you know, to get this win in this game. That's my prediction for this game. Nonetheless, good start to the game for both pitchers. And, you know, it's really, really interesting to see, you know, both of these teams play and understanding that both of these teams have absolutely struggled to start off the season. Both of these teams. They've started off the season and they've absolutely struggled, both of these teams, to start. So let's see, you know, let's see if they can be able to wake up. I'm just testing there. Yep. Let's see if both of these teams, which of them is going to get on fire and, you know, start winning some games. But, let's see here. Dr. Joe team. Yeah, we do it, but it comes back, you know. We got Jinx here. Dr. Toe Jam Tester. Red Sox are actually 11-17. I think they've won their last two games. They've won their last two games. Ranger Suarez versus Okamoto is going to miss 1 ball and no strikes. So Okamoto, man. Okamoto's been not great. 5 home runs, 11 RBIs. Average, 229, not good. 2 balls, no strikes. That was low. Let's see. Yeah, Doctor told the Red Sox are 11-17 though. They won their last two. 2 balls, no strikes. Here's the pitch. That is gonna be in there. Strike one. 2 balls and 1 strike. We got Steelers. We got HD Kansas City. HJDA Eric 2-1. That is popped up a mile high towards the right field shallow. And Abreu's there to make the play. That's gonna be the first out of this inning. We got Jose Miguel, Javier, J Money is here, Eric, Hector, Nate is also here, Edgar, Fernando's here. Let's see. LB77, Chuck is here, Daniel is here, Justin. First pitch to Sosa, strike one. No balls and 1 strike. Not all the teams in the MLB are playing today. Like, for example, my New York Mets have a day off. I mean, 0-1, swing and a miss, 0-2. It's a good pitchers matchup in this game. Again, Dylan Cease versus Ranger Suarez. Why are the Red Sox so bad? I don't know. You know, the Red Sox should be better. But, you know, look, do I think the Red Sox will stay bad all season? I don't. I think that I'm not saying they're going to win. That's going to be inside 1-2. I'm not saying that they're going to win 95 games. I doubt that. But could they win 87, 88 games? I think so. But I don't know. 1-2, that is going to be foul. Or not foul. Is it going to get out of foul territory? No, Willie Abreu's there. It stays fair. It's going to be 2 outs and 2 quick outs. We got Juan the Man. Is Lindor on the trade market at the deadline? Let me tell you this first. The Red Sox fired their manager, hitting coach, third base coach, bench coach, assistant hitting coach, and hitting strategy. Yikes, man. Jeez, they fired all of them. And Jason Varitek, they actually gave him a new role. That's going to be a ball outside, 1 ball, no strikes. I don't think Lindor's a trade at the deadline to wait. I mean, because who wants to take his contract? 1-0, foul back, 1-1. But it just depends on how the Mets season continues to go, you know? I mean, let's see. If they can find a way to right the ship, but I think they'll be okay. They won't make major trades. But if they get to All-Star break, fouled away, check swing. They get to the All-Star break down 15 games under 500. Peralta's gone. Maybe Clay Holmes is gone. Maybe Lindor's gone, you know? Maybe Bichette's going to opt out next year. I mean, Mets are awful, my boy. Lindor's hurt. Cubs win it all. Ooh, Cubs. I've been having a lot of Cubs fans here lately. Lindor will be Yanks at the deadline. Chill. I'll be stunned if we see that. 1-2. That is gonna be strike 3. Challenge that. Challenge it. That was a ball, but nonetheless, he's not gonna challenge it. So both pitchers off to really good starts. We are going now to the 3rd inning. 0-0 still. We got Brian. Let's go Toronto Blue Jays. Baseball win victory and team from Christian. Shout out to you, Brian. Brian, I went to the Blue Jays game on Friday. I'm happy that they showed some fight, but they got down 5-0. I could even barely sit down. It was already 5-0 in the 1st inning. Mad Max did not have it. And they ended up losing that game 6-8, but it was sold out, and you know, it was a good game to be at. Yeah, Lindor's hurt. Send him to Chicago Cubs for just the contract. Now, honestly speaking, I don't want the Mets to trade Lindor. I prefer to keep Lindor. Red Sox Nation crying about the firings. Boop! Them feelings. I always keep it clean. I'm a Mets fan, but my Mets are probably close to firing Mendoza as well, and a bunch of other coaches. But I've never been somebody that's attached to a coach. Never. I've been more attached to the team. So the Red Sox, they're going to figure it out. Now, they got swept by the Yankees recently. I remember I'm from the days where the Red Sox and Yankees was a insane rivalry. Red Sox management stood on business. They definitely did. Why are their socks red? I mean, I don't know. Ivan Rodriguez is my vecino. He said Cubs are good young talent. Hey, Pudge Rodriguez, he's a legend. As a catcher, he's one of the best defensive catchers ever. LB, who's winning today? I'm pulling with the Blue Jays in this game. I think the Blue Jays will get it done. I want my boy to win one. Who's your boy? My Yanks got all Red Sox coach fired. J Money, yeah, they swept them, and I'm telling you, Boston and the Mets are like in the same exact situation. First pitch from Dylan Cease to Narvaez. Here it is. In there, strike one. First pitch strike from Cease. We got, hey, buddy, didn't want to do a real game tonight. Oh, boy. First pitch, second pitch from Cease is going to be fouled back. 0-2. Lindor from my hood. Really? Where's your hood at? Let us know here. Eddie, where's he from? Dodgers lose today. Who are the Dodgers? The Dodgers are playing the Marlins, if I'm not mistaken. I think that 0-2 misses outside, 1-2. I don't think that they will. I think that the Dodgers will win the first game of the series for sure. I don't think that they'll lose to the. Let me see. Let me verify. Yeah, they play the Marlins, Miami Marlins. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Dylan Cease. He's off to a really good start. 4 starts through 2 1/3. Let me see. I think the Dodgers will win today. Isla Verde Beach, Puerto Rico. Mi familia es de Puerto Rico también. Más, yo creo, no sé si es Moca o Mayagüez. But I was born in the Bronx, New York. That ball, first pitch swinging by Durbin, grounded to Vladdy. 2 quick outs for Dylan Cease. Watching Mad Max would have upset you. I was there Friday when Mad Max pitched, and he pitched like a 1 inning and a third, something like that. He did horrible, and he just went on the injury list today. If you're loose to the Nats, get all your guys gone. J Money, look, we already got swept by the Rockies. I mean, first pitch to Duran, way up high, 1 ball, no strike. I'm telling, look, it doesn't. The Mets is. They're not gonna fire Mendoza, because Mendoza, if you're gonna fire him, you would do it probably early in the day. They're not gonna do it. 1-0 pitch, strike 1 from Cease to Duran. Tito, Ivan, Tego Calderon live in the same building. Wow, that's fire. That's fire. I like the Twins to win today. Who are the Twins playing, Alexander? 1-1 is gonna miss outside, 2-1. Google Isla Verde Beach, and you will see what's up. Bad Bunny. Okay, gotta definitely check it. Gotta definitely check it out. 2 balls and 1 strike. Here it is. Grounded. Is that gonna stay fair? It's gonna roll foul. 2-2. Let's see here. Let us see here. All right, let's do that. Yeah, I'm talking about Max Fried, not the other joke. My goodness. Mendoza is done on the inside. Look, you know what upsets me a little bit about Mendoza? Okay, I will say this. It's just one point. Mark Vientos is an absolute nobody in the MLB. Minus having a one nice playoff run in 2024. One nice playoff run, that's it. He's nobody. And there was a day, maybe a week ago, he blew by a stop. The coach, all right, 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Dylan Cease strikes out Duran with the changeup. We are going to the bottom of the 3rd inning. So Vientos, the coach at third base, was stop. Clearly, Vientos kept going. And he was out by like 10 feet, 15 feet. And then in the press conference, he said, you know, well, I got to go with my instincts. I'm like, what? But it gets worse. The next game, Mendoza put him in the lineup. Like, how do you do that? Like, that doesn't make sense. I get it if there's only 9 players and you need a player, okay, then in that case, but you have bench players. You put him in the next game, and Mendoza did say I spoke to him, but it's like, where's the respect at, So that right there is absolutely a shame. Like, I coach. I'm not coaching grown men. Look, coaching grown men is harder than coaching kids. I believe that. Because grown men have their egos, whereas kids, it's a little easier to put them in check. Whereas a grown man, it's a little different. But it doesn't it doesn't change the fact that Mendoza's supposed to be an authority figure. And if you don't have that authority figure, then there's a problem, Even if Vientos said to me, look, I apologize. I don't care. You told the media you got to go with your instincts. Like, what the hell? You could have gone to the media and said, damn, I screwed up. My third base coach said stop. And I just was in the heat of the moment, my instincts, and I was just bad. He really said I have to go with my instincts. Like, come on, man. Yankees are waiting Stanton MRI results. Dominguez is back at DH. The Braves moved Lopez to the pen, a reliever for now. Blue Jays put Scherzer, forearm and ankle on the injury list. Story questions directions of Sox after Cora fired. Let's see here. Yeah, those are just some baseball news, and you can see some more baseball news under there really fast. 0-1 to Jesus Sanchez. Here it is. What a filthy pitch by Suarez. 0-2. Twins playing the Mariners. Okay, could be a competitive game. Mendoza wants his job, dude. Stop. What do you mean by that, Eddie? Mendoza wants his job, dude. Stop. What do you mean by that? That's actually true for anything about life, actually. 0-2. Swing and a miss. It's going to be 1 away. So both pitchers are off to a really good start. Joey flips. That's actually true for anything about life, actually. Facts, Joey. I mean, there has to be authority. Like, and it's true, like, a grown man compared to a kid coaching, it's different. But it doesn't change the fact that there has to be authority. There has to be. And if you lose that, then there's a problem. He needs to get paid because he's strike 1 to Snyder. He needs to get paid. He's wait, what do you mean by that, Eddie Wolf? He needs to get paid. He's a for no coach. I tell you, Jason Dominguez will get the call up. Did he go? No. 1 ball, 1 strike. He can lose sponsorship. Yo, we got Dame Coolin here. What is going on, Dame Coolin? I hope all is well. Hey, I'm all right, man. I'm happy to be watching some neutral baseball. Not watching the Mets play. 2 balls, 1 strike. So I'm chilling, Dame Coolin. I'm chilling. I'm doing this game now. And then tonight at 10:30, once this game's over, I'll be back at 10:30 for the Timberwolves versus the Denver Nuggets. 2 balls, 1 strike. Strike 2, 2 balls, and 2 strikes. How's everything with you, though, Dame Coolin? Hope all is well. Jaden, how's your family doing after the dog passing, brother? Hey, Jaden, I really appreciate you remembering 2-2 pitch outside 3-2. Look, it's still tough, It's not easy. It's not easy, Like, everybody grieves in a different way. Some people, you look at them and maybe you don't even know that they're grieving. That's going to be a ball and Snyder draws a walk. Some people grieve and you don't even know that they're grieving because they try their best to hold it together, But losing our, what's amazing, we received a letter today in the mail from the vet, and it was, the staff sending condolences, and they sent us a paw print of our baby boy, Mr. Kai. So it's tough, It's definitely tough. 1 ball, no strikes, but I appreciate you Jaden, for, you know, checking in. J Money, up. Knicks tomorrow. Cubs are playing. Who the Cubs playing? Eddie Wolf. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the pitch from Ranger Suarez. That is going to be strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. We got Eddie Wolf with the follow. I appreciate you. We are 13 away from 800. Where's Speedy 22? That sicko was sending me some crazy DM. I haven't seen him on a live for a while, but 2-2 or 1-1 is gonna miss inside 2-1. I haven't seen him on a live. Honestly, he's frustrated with the Mets from, you know, but I've been just talking to him private as well. Jaden, yeah, man, keep your head up, keep doing your thing, bro. I appreciate all the streams of sports. Jaden, hey, I appreciate you. I don't know all of you. Some of you guys, you guys don't have profile pictures. Some of you, I've never seen you, but I really appreciate all of you, and I thank all of you for the support. I mean, 2-1 pitch, that is ground. It's going to be a double play ball. They're going to get the 1 at 2, and then they're going to get the double play. So that's going to be an inning-ending double play, and we are going to be going now to the 4th inning. Both pitchers are definitely on one, pitching well. To start off, we're going to the 4th inning. Game has definitely been going fired. Game has definitely been going fast. But definitely, I appreciate you, Jaden. And look, I appreciate everybody. When you could have people that you don't know supporting you, like I've had people from Barcelona. I've had people from different states. I've had people from Canada, different parts of Canada. I've had people from the Philippines, people from, you know, different parts of the world watching. I had people from Montreal. You know, that means a lot when you get support like that. So, definitely, I appreciate Jaden and everybody else. J Money, Jaden, J Money, even Joseph. Cookie So Rockin', Mets fan, just like all of you are becoming part of my streaming journey in my life, because you guys you're not one and dones. You guys come through and you really like check out my lives. Some of you just like to see my Mets lose. It's all right. But nonetheless, you know, I still appreciate all of you. We got Sulen 999. Sulen, are you a Blue Jays fan? Are you a Red Sox fan? We got Andrew, Austin, Chicho, Vibe with Lou. We got Paisa Reyes, Joseph Torres, J Money. Facts, I hate the Mets. Yeah, like, look, some people, I'm connecting with some people just because they don't like the Mets. And look, I'm going to be honest, it's tough when your team is sucking. Like, this is my first season live streaming like this. I've never live streamed. So now that I'm live streaming, I'm actually going through the first, 28 games of an absolute disaster for this Mets team. But look, let me tell you this. If the Mets, let's say that the Mets, they go like 60 and 100. I still plan to be live streaming throughout the year. Now, it's going to get to a point where it's going to get really tough. Tougher than what it is. But hey, it is what it is. Please vote for the Red Sox. Cookie So Rookin', vote for them in what regard? And Mets fan just, has Mendoza been fired yet? No, he has not. Excuse me. First pitch from Dylan Cease to Contreras. It is going to miss outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Let's see. I hope they bounce back. They have the good players to be fun to watching the players. I agree. 1-0. It is going to be in there right on the inside corner. 1 ball and 1 strike. Good game, Red Sox. 500 on the Blue Jays. We got United States of Murica. 1-1. That's going to miss. 2 balls and 1 strike. So you got 500 on the Blue Jays. If you cash out, what happens there? Watching here 2%. I'll do color. Foodie 62. Shout out to you. 2 balls, 1 strike. That is going to be a swing and a miss from Cease to Contreras. 2 balls and 2 strikes. We got Lasco here. Eric Brown. Duong Ta. Foodie 62. What's your favorite type of food? Foodie 62. We got Jaden, Chicho, Vibe with Lou. Manny's here. Mind Never. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here is the pitch. And it's going to be a base hit. A leadoff base hit by Contreras. The Red Sox have a runner on first base. Let's see. Domino's. Domino's pizza, that's your favorite food? So Jaden, I'm on the Sox for 350. Yikes. 5 inning Freddie and staff not gonna get it done. I can't defend the Mets right now, so it is what it is. I'm not even gonna say anything. Thoughts on signing former Yanks fraud Austin Slater? Look, oh my gosh, man. I mean, who else are the Mets gonna get right now? There's really not much more people you could get, so I don't have much thoughts. I know that they what did they do? They let's see the 1-0 pitch first, actually, and I'll tell you after. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That is gonna just miss inside, but the catcher's challenging. Let's see if he's gonna get this call right there and make a 1-0 turn to 1-1, or is it gonna be 2-0? Let's see. And the replay, it's gonna be a strike. So a good challenge there by the catcher. Domino's Pizza, papa. We got Liz here, the Los Angeles Dodgers fan. We got Alas 965, Luis Rivera. Jared is here. He's in the building. We got Jonathan Nunez. Bienvenido, Jonathan. ¿Cómo está? ¿Todo bien? 1-1, strike 2. Nice change up there by Dylan Cease. Look, I can't wait for the Yankees and Blue Jays to play. That's kind of a little rivalry after what happened last season. I definitely want to go to one of those games this season when they play each other, because hopefully the Blue Jays will be healthy. Let's see here. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here is the pitch. That is hit pretty well by Anthony, but the left fielder's there, makes the play. It's going to be the first out of the inning. It's Jared. It's still early, but I think they've dug too big a hole for themselves. They're 10 out already. Look, the Nationals were 12. They were 19-31, 50 games into the season. And they were 12 under 500. You know, it's not over. It's not over. The Nationals won the World Series. You know, soon you will get Duvall when the Yankees DFA him. But I thought Duvall was doing good. I don't know if he's struggling now, but I know he was having some really good starts. I mean, good relief out the pen. I see yesterday Tommy Pham, yeah, he was 0 for 13 and absolutely not clutch at all. Money is money. I appreciate the follow, appreciate the support. 1 ball, no strikes. Here is the 1-0 pitch. That is gonna be a swing and a miss. Cease has a really good changeup going. Caden, imagine getting swept against the Rockies. I don't have to imagine it, Caden. I experienced it. I actually witnessed it. I know how it feels. We got Edward GT06 with the follow. I appreciate you. 1-1 fouled away. 1-2. I'm kind of over Beatty and Vientos as well. I've seen enough. Look, Jared. The Mets at the beginning in the offseason, they have 4 people. And I said that they couldn't keep all 4 of them. Maybe not even 3 of them. They needed to at least keep max 2, maybe even 1. 1-2 pitch. Did he go? No, he did not go. The Mets had Acuna, Vientos, Beatty, and Mauricio. Can I be honest with you? I wanted Beatty, Vientos, and Mauricio. For the most part, I wanted the 3 of them gone. I wanted to keep Acuna because at least he's fast. You can't teach speed. At least he was solid defensively. What does Vientos do good unless if he doesn't hit a home run? 2-2. Doesn't go. 3-2. If Vientos doesn't hit a home run, what does he do good? Absolutely nothing. If Beatty doesn't do nothing good, if Beatty doesn't play third base, which he's not even a Gold Glover, but if he doesn't play third base, what does he do good? Absolutely nothing. He hits. He's so streaky. Mauricio, I mean, I'm look. All right, let me say after this 3-2 pitch. Pickoff attempt, safe. You know, like I don't like just criticizing people. Everybody has good things, but how long can you tolerate certain things, you know? May 15th, I can't wait for the Subway Series. Look, the Mets are not ready for the Subway Series now. Ball 4, Dylan Cease walks Abreu, and now the Red Sox have first and second. Caden, yes, I am a Mets fan. United States of Murica, I appreciate the follow. We got Brandon, Jared, Ismael, Sean, JG007, James Bond, Sulen 99 999 is still here. Robert Morgan, Abel's here. Eddie Barbosa, My Neva, Drifty Strike, Mauricio Nieves, Nate is here. Eduardo Garcia's here. First pitch is gonna miss inside to Trevor Story. 1 ball, no strikes. You can always tell yourself as a Met fan, I can't and won't watch this team. You will soon. I'm gonna be honest with you, Mets just fan. All right, let me see. 1 ball, no strikes. I'll tell you after this pitch. 1-0, swing and a miss. Look, you're right about that, Mets fan just. But I made a commitment to live stream this season. Last year, when I wasn't live streaming, if they started off this bad, I wouldn't be watching the games. I would just be checking at the ending to see if they won or lost. That's about it. But I wouldn't be watching games. 1-1 pitch. Pop them up. Is it going to stay in? Yep, it's going to stay in fair territory. The catcher, or foul territory, but the catcher's there. He's going to make the play. That's going to be the second out of the inning. It's a nice changeup by Cease. But I made a commitment to live stream this year. Even if the Mets get absolutely terrible, I'm going to keep live streaming. Now, am I going to do all of their games? I was never going to do all of their games, but I made a commitment, so I'm going to be watching them, you know. We got Nate with the Go Yankees. Mets fan just McClain seems to be the only reliable arm this year. Nah, Clay Holmes too. Mets fan just, you got to give that to Clay Holmes. Clay Holmes' ERA is like 2.2, something like that. Mayer's up. First pitch to Mayer is going to miss outside 1-1. And look, all right, let me see Freddie Peralta's stats right now. I know he hasn't been good. Peralta hasn't been good. In no way can I say Freddie Peralta's been good. He's been okay. He hasn't been Kodai Senga bad. No, not even close. Kodai Senga is just a disaster. 1-0. That is going to be a base hit. And is there going to be a play at the plate? Straws throwing. The Red Sox are going to take a 1-0 lead. Vladdy cuts it off, but nonetheless, the Red Sox get a run in. And they have now first and third. Red Sox lead this ball game. All right, look. I'm going to take a look at Freddie Peralta real fast. He's from Moca, Dominican Republic. Okay, look. Freddie Peralta in the 2026 season. Let me see here to get the full stats. Hold on. I got to find the full stats real fast. Give me a second. Freddie Peralta. Ball 1 is the first one outside. Stats. All right. Freddie Peralta. I'm going to tell you his stats right now to start off this season. All right. 0-1 from Dylan Cease. Misses 1-1. All right. So his ERA in the season is 3.90. Again, it's not Kodai Senga bad. It's okay. It's okay. But, you know, I'm going to explain there. He's been okay. 1-1. Misses. Now, all right, if you look at his start by start, it's not good. He went 5 innings versus the Pirates. 4 runs, 4 earned runs. He went 5 1/3 innings against the Cardinals. He only gave up 1 run. He gave up 4 2/3 innings versus the Diamondbacks. Swing and a miss, 2 2. 3 runs. He went 6 innings versus the Athletics, only gave up the 1 run. Against the Cubs, he went 5 2/3, 3 runs. And against the Rockies, he went 5 2/3, 2 runs. So, I mean, in every game minus opening day, he's given up 3 runs or less. Again, that's not good, great. It's okay. That's it. It's okay. So I can give him that. He's been okay. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Misses. Full count. Runner at first base is going to get the start. Let's see here. This is the battle of the mids. Puff. Yeah, both of these teams are definitely struggling. Clay is good for 5 innings. He's actually been getting into 6. I don't know. He's probably averaging though 5. Ground ball. They're gonna have to go 1, and they're gonna get the play. So that's gonna end the inning. But the Red Sox do get a run. We are going now to the bottom of the 4th inning. Yankees best rotation in the league by far. Look, I think the Yankees have the second best. The only reason I'm putting the Dodgers first is because the Dodgers have Yamamoto, Shohei, Blake Snell, Glasnow, and I think I'm missing one other pitcher. I forgot who's the 5th pitcher I'm missing for their team. There's somebody that I'm missing. Shohei, Yamamoto. Let me take a quick look at that real fast, because now I'm curious about who are the Dodgers starters. Yankees have the best rotation in the AL. I think they have the second best in the MLB. But I do think now the Dodgers, it's like they just tell their pitchers, some of them, you guys will be back shortly, just don't pitch. And Roki Saki, he hasn't been good. Let me see. Yeah, if you're talking about 5 pitchers, I guess the Yankees have a better rotation. If you're talking about 5 pitchers, because the Yankees, when Cole comes back, Cole, Fried, Joseph, you putting Rodon as the 3rd starter or the 4th after Schlittler? Let us know. Schlittler and Rodon and what, 5th? I don't know if they're gonna put Heel. I'm not sure if it's what the guy Warren. Not sure if they will put him, but Yankees and Dodgers have a pretty close rotation. Pretty close rotation. Let us see here. All right, let me take a quick look at some comments real fast. The Mets, the rotation, hold on. The rotation isn't terrible outside of Peterson and Senga. The lineup is abysmal. Yeah, that, you know what's crazy, Jared? And Liz, I appreciate the gift, the heart. Thank you for the love. You know what's crazy with David Stearns last year? The problem with the Mets last year during the collapse, now the offense wasn't great, but they weren't this bad. The pitching was an absolute disaster in the second half last season. A disaster. But he decides to take, him out. He decides to let go of players. Even though, look, Pete Alonso's not having a great season. Brandon Nimmo's been solid. He's been really good, actually. Let me see the 0-1 pitch and then I'll respond after. 0-1 pitch, misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. So now this year, when we're talking about the Mets offense being so garbage, it wasn't this bad last year. 2 balls, 1 strike. But this year, I mean, the Mets have played 28 games. They've been shut out 5 times. In 28 games, 10 of them, they've scored 1 or less runs. Like, come on now. That's embarrassing. 2 balls, 1 strike. That's going to be fouled away. You know, Jared, what's worse too? What we saw on opening day. Yo, we saw a team on opening day against a good Pirates team against freaking Paul Skeens. We saw a team battle, fight, work the pitcher. And I think that's the most frustrating thing for me because I know it's in there. Now, are they going to be that good every night? Of course not. That is going to be lined to left field, caught, 1 away. Are the Mets going to be as good as they were in game 1? Of course not. You're not going to score 10 runs every game or 11 runs. But it's the way that they made him work. The way that they made the pitchers work. That's non-existent today. Everybody's gone into the funk after game 1 of the season. And I've just never seen something like that before. And I know that they could turn it around. But, hey, we got Charks, need this K. That is going to be hit into the air. Left fielders there. It's going to be 2 quick outs for the Blue Jays. That's not an ace. Yeah, Peralta's not pitching like an ace. Peralta's a good 2 or 3 pitcher, a 2nd or 3rd pitcher on the Peralta's a good number 2 or 3rd pitcher on a good team, in my opinion. Yeah, Robowski, yeah, definitely. I remember him. He's been solid too. He's solid. Yeah, and Peralta's only been 6 innings once. But look, some of that I blame it on Mendoza. Just because a pitcher gets into trouble, it doesn't mean you always take them out. But Mendoza always does that religiously. And 0-1, strike 2 to Vladdy. Sometimes I think you got to do it. Guerrero's challenging, but he's going to lose that. Yankees definitely have options. They do. And he's going to keep him 4th for now. Okay, I think that's fair. Hill back to the minors. I agree with that. Don't sleep on Weathers. He's got a chance to do well. I actually saw, do you think the Yankees would trade him? Or do you think they should even keep him? Because they could get some bullpen help for him if he stays good. Because they're going to need the bullpen help for the playoffs. 0-2 pitch. Vladdy, swing and a miss. So, frustration from Vladdy there. Quick inning. He strikes out. We're going to the top of the 5th inning. Hill got sent back down again. Really? Oh, wow. Yeah, I just see. Okay. Should the Mets bring back Noah Syndergaard to jumpstart the pitching rotation? Tyler, as a pitching coach, not as a pitcher. Noah Syndergaard, isn't he like in his 30s, high 30s? I wouldn't bring Syndergaard back. As an advisor, maybe. Look, all right. I'm going to say 2 things that are frustrating with the Mets right now. I've seen bad Met teams that have sucked, but I could kind of root for them because they played with some type of energy and heart, you know? They sucked, but they still had some type of energy. This team appears to have no energy. It's like, where is the life at? That's the one thing. And I think that's one of the hardest things as a fan. And the fact that they're not scoring runs, it's just like, what is going on? The Mets need to do what Boston just did from Liz. Look, I thought it was going to happen today. I thought it was going to happen last week. Still hasn't happened. Aquí el super, aquí Aguía Azul. Saludo desde Bristol, Connecticut. Wow. Bienvenido de Connecticut. So we got somebody from Connecticut. Yo hablo un poquito de español. Mi familia es de Puerto Rico, mas yo nació en Nueva York, el Bronx. Está cerca de Connecticut, está cerca. Casi 1 hora y media para manejar ahí. Está cerca. Mas bienvenido para estar aquí. Weathers is the kind of pitcher Mets should have traded for. Cash is way better gem than Stearns. And Weathers came from the Marlins. Did he? I think he came from the Marlins actually too. Yeah, Stearns. I mean, we can't say anything good about Stearns right now. We can't really say much. Shout out to Thomas, LJ, Jarrett. First pitch to Narvaez. It's gonna be a base. Oh no, not a base hit. Second baseman stops it, gets it, makes the play. Nice stretch by Vladdy. 1 away. Nice play there by both sides, the second baseman and the first baseman. We got Keem Lover, Lewis Ghost, Edward. That John is here. That's the hardest thing about the Mets. It's just the way, like, we're seeing no life from this team. We're seeing a team that just looks dead. And I'm like, oh my God, man. Like how could they have played so good? 1 ball, no strike. How could they have played so good on opening day and then become so horrible? Like, that just doesn't make sense to me. 1-0. Overpitched it. They overthrew it. Sorry. 2 balls, no strikes. Fried, 3-1, 2.40 ERA. Look, Fried is a great pitcher. Max Fried is a great pitcher. The Braves are missing him right now. Braves are 100% missing him. 2 balls, no strikes. That is going to be a ball, 3 balls, and no strikes. Jeremy is here. Jarrett, Edward is here as well. Tonight, we're going to be back, just for all of you to know, we're going to be back for 3-0 pitch. Misses, ball 4. We're going to be back tonight at 10:30. Once this game finishes, we're going to be back for the Minnesota Timberwolves versus the Denver Nuggets. it could be it is an elimination playoff game. If the Nuggets lose, they're out. If the Timberwolves win, they advance, you know. So we gotta have to see what's gonna happen there. First pitch to Durant ceases up to 66 pitches. That is gonna miss. So that's 5 in a row out of the zone for Dylan Cease. Jared Durant, he's hitting 185 to start off the season. One home run, 11 RBIs. One ball, no strikes. Here it is. That is gonna be fouled away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Watch opening day again when you can. O'Neal Cruz gave Mets 5 of those 10 runs on 2 errors. Just saying. Was it one? Okay, the one that was over Beatty's head. Okay, I'll give you that. I'll definitely give. That should have been a sac fly. It would have been 2 runs. The next one was just a pop-up with Semien. I don't know if that gave in any runs, honestly. So I know that one ended up being 4 runs in the first inning or 5. But it should have just been a sac fly, so it would have been 2-2. Okay. Now, the one from Semien, I don't think that scored anybody. So, no, but that's a good point there. It's a good point. But even with that, take away the 3 runs. I think it was actually 3 that he gave. Take away. Still scored some runs. Yeah, keeping the inning alive. I can agree with that. Those balls should have been caught. Can definitely agree with that. Should have 100% been caught. Hey, it's putting the ball in play too, though. The Mets, like yesterday. All right, I'll give this example. The Mets had the bases loaded yesterday 2 times with 1 out. 2 times in the first game of the doubleheader. In the first inning, bases loaded, 1 out. In the 8th inning, bases loaded, 1 out. They have 3 strikeouts. 3 strikeouts. At the minimum, you got to put the ball in play. At the minimum. And you're striking out 3 times. Like, I get the O'Neal Cruz errors, but they were putting the ball in play. Like, you got bases loaded, 1 out. The worst thing that can happen, maybe try to get a sac fly. I know it's easier said than done. I get that, but come on. Over and over, there's something wrong with the Mets offense. It's just something really, really bad. 2 balls, 1 strike to Durant. Here is the pitch. Oh, that's hit right to the second baseman. Hit hard. They're going to get 1 at 2, and they're not going to get the double play. So they get the runner. They get the lead runner. That ball was hit so hard, but Durant is so fast that they weren't going to be able to throw him out there. So that's 2 outs there. And, yeah. Bats hit, scored 3. Yeah, it should have just scored 1. Shout out to Amanda for being here. We got Johan, Reggie, TikTok, McCracken. First Pick app is here. What up, though, is here. First pitch to Contreras is a pickoff attempt. He's gonna be back in at first. Yeah, Beatty scored 3 runs. It should have just been a sac fly. 100% agree with that. But I can I can look yesterday. If they would just hit the ball to center field, you could get a run in. They couldn't even do that with the bases loaded. Ball 1 ball, no strikes. We got RB on YouTube stopped in to give you a thumbs up, a like. RB, I appreciate you. Appreciate the support. Thank you very much, RB. Definitely appreciate you. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That is going to be fouled back. Contreras had a pitch to hit right there. I don't know what happened after they left San Francisco. Jarrett, me neither. You're 7-4. They won the first game against the Diamondbacks. They were 7-4. From 7-4, the Mets are 2-15. I mean, it's just, it's embarrassing. 2-15. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Way up high. 2 balls, 1 strike. First Pick app, you stay grinding on here. Look, First Pick app, I got to. I'm a Mets fan, but bigger than that, I'm a sports fan, and I gotta represent. And you know, I want to build something here. I want to really keep growing, and you know, keep meeting new people. 1-2-1 misses, 3-1. Yeah, Dylan Cease's control definitely has struggled. Yeah, most at home. They've won 2 at home. On the road, they went 0-6, swept by the Dodgers, swept by the Cubs, 0-6. So they're 2-9 at home. 2 out of those, 2-15, 2-9 at home, and 0-6 on the road. It's embarrassing. And this Friday, they go back to Los Angeles versus the Angels. 3-1, strike 2, excuse me, full count. Yeah, so we got to stay grinding here. I got to keep here, you know. I don't got time to be sad about the Mets. I got to keep going. And, you know, like in the month, we're about to finish the month of April. Let me say this pitch and I'll tell you now. 3-2, fouled into his foot. He's going to need a second there. Literally like 3 weeks to 4 weeks ago, I was down at 200 subscribers. And then, you know, when I started live streaming on TikTok, I really started meeting a lot of new people, which I'm grateful for. I'm up to 790 now. I'm 10 away. I think tonight I will be in the 800s, especially with the NBA game. And you know, I'm happy. I appreciate it. I mean, it took me a year to get 200 followers on TikTok. And in this last 3 to 4 weeks, I've gotten about 600 new followers on TikTok. On YouTube, it took me about a year to get 100 subscribers. And in the next, 6 months, I got about 400 subs. So, you know, little by little progress. I'm not that explosive where I can like go viral and get a bunch of follows and stuff. 3-2. Inside, it hit him on the elbow, but he had an elbow guard on. So Red Sox are going to have first and second now. Yeah, got him on the elbow guard. He didn't even look like it hurt. So the elbow guards really help. But RB, with your good streams, your channel will grow. I really appreciate you, RB. And that's my goal. Look, I know I'm here for sports, but it's much bigger than that. I'm just live streaming the games today, but I'm very confident. Soon I'm gonna be doing things that I never thought I would be doing on this channel. I'm so confident about that. Again, I'm gonna be doing giveaways. I'm gonna be doing live streams like this, but I'm gonna be doing other lives. First pitch is a ball from Cease. This could be Cease's last inning. I mean, his pitch count's only at 78. He just needs to get through this inning, though. He's struggling with control. But look, the more I grow, we're gonna keep going better. Liz, I think the Mets need to invest in pitching. That needs to be their priority. Liz, can I be honest? 1-0. The pitching hasn't been an A+. The pitching's been maybe a C+. C+. I give the Mets pitching a C+, because McLean, Peralta, some of them have been okay to win. But the offense has been an F-. F-. I invest in the offense. 2-0. That is going to be a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike. Hopefully the Mets have to face Jose Soriano. Is he a closer or a starter, Snow Bunny? Snow Bunny is here. Wow, it's been a while, Snow Bunny. But I know he's absolutely been dominant. Maybe they betting on themselves to lose. I don't even know what's going on. Adizu Manizu is here, just dropping by to see the beautiful head, brother. My gosh. Adizu Manizu's here. Adizu Manizu, where you from? You from the Bronx? You from New York? You from the US? You from Canada? Let us know. Man, it's only April. It feels like August, not gonna lie. Jared, no lie. Since last year, June 13th, that series where we got swept by the Rays, it has been an absolute disaster to watch the Mets baseball. Oh my God, it's been an absolute disaster. 2 balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. 3-1. Yeah, Cease, he's definitely lost the strike zone. I'm telling you, oh boy, the Yankees are the Knicks and the Mets are the Nets. Oh my gosh. Jose Soriano's a starting pitcher. My God. 3-1. That is going to be grounded. Cease falls down. Wow. Oh my gosh. The Red Sox are going to get another run. Wow. Dylan Cease, a perfect ground ball right back to him, and he just fell down. Wow. They're going to go check on him, and he just lost his footing. Damn. Oh, boy. He just lost his footing there. Knicks in 6. Let's go, Knicks. And Jose Soriano's a starter. 0.24 ERA. Yikes. That's elite right there. Elite. We got Jesse Yeager, Karen Broadway's here, Wilmer, Victor, Peanut, Kelp Juice is here, Tony, Gene Lucas, Messi is here, Terry Crooks is here, Slugfest Rex, Blue Jays are cheeks. My God. Who's your team, Slugs? And yeah, they're injured, so they're a way better team than this. Damn, Magic whooping on the Pistons already. Really? What's the score there? Damn, son, what's going on? The Pistons are about to be a 1 seed that's eliminated. Damn, it's 17-7 already. This Magic team is not messing around. And Cooper Flag beats out Kanepu in tight Rookie of the Year race. Strike 1. Wow. That was a ball, Blue, but nonetheless, Abreu doesn't challenge it. That was 100% a ball. 19-7. Yikes. Absolute yikes there. That was not a strike. 100% not. 0-1. 1-1 from Cease. Cease was cruising in this game, and he just absolutely lost the strike zone. I mean, he's just completely lost the strike zone. Shout out to What Did I Miss? Albert, Dennis is here. Easton is here. Messi, Edward is here. 1-1 pitch. Here it is from Cease. He's thrown a lot of pitches this inning. That is smoked. Way back. Right field almost catches it, but he drops it. Red Sox are going to get one more in. Red Sox are leading this game 3-0 now. RBI double by Abreu. Wow. Jesus Sanchez in the glove and just fell out. Red Sox are leading this game 3-0. He smoked that ball. Yeah, Dylan Cease. That was probably Dylan Cease's last pitch right there. Now, if you're Sanchez, you got to catch that baseball. I'm sorry. You got it in the glove. You got to catch that baseball if you're Sanchez. You got to catch that baseball. You absolutely must catch that baseball. He did. Oh, Cease is still in the game. Look, this game could get ugly right now. First pitch to Trevor Story is going to be in there. Strike 1. This inning, Dylan Cease has thrown a ton of pitches this inning. A ton of pitches this inning. We got Michael Foster here. Terry Crooks is here. We got Kennett is here. Original Gavin is here. 0-1 pitch to Story. That is going to be fouled out of play. 0-2. Jay Rodriguez is here. Danny G is here in the building. Look, I appreciate all of you. Aran Jao is here. James Ferguson is here in the building. Yeah, Dylan Cease, definitely his command has betrayed him in this inning. I mean, he's just started walking too many people, hit by a pitch. 0-2 to Cease. Strike 3. Umpire. Oh, they're gonna challenge it, and that's gonna be overturned. That was a ball, 100%. Trevor Story challenges the pitch. Sorry, 100% that was a ball. Yeah, it's a ball. Overturned. So the Magic are already whipping on the Pistons. Yikes. We got Muddy here. Shout out to you. I will be doing the Nuggets game and the Timberwolves game tonight. It's going to be a late night, 10:30 till 1 in the morning. We're going to be doing that game tonight for sure. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Trevor Story. Here is pitch number 89 from Dylan Cease. Fouled away again. They're making him work this inning. I mean, he has had to work this inning. Dylan Cease. I mean, Dylan Cease, he's probably thrown like 30 pitches, or maybe getting close to 40 pitches he's thrown this inning. It may be getting close. Definitely in the 30s. Not 40s, my bad. Definitely in the 30s he's throwing this inning. 1-2 strike. Here's the pitch. Grounded, foul again. He's thrown 90 pitches in the game already. We got Maria Alejandra, Nestor Navarro, Frank, Jose Luis. Shout out to all of you for joining the live stream, being a part of it. 1-2 strikes. The Blue Jay fans, it's a packed stadium. They're still cheering. Let's see if Cease could get out of it. Popped him up. Trevor Story had a pitch to hit, misses it. Straws in center field. He makes the play, and that is going to finally end the inning. The Red Sox get a couple, and they lead this game now 3-0. My bad, I didn't update the score. This was a long bottom of the fifth, top of the fifth inning, and now we're finally going to the bottom of the fifth inning. So let's take a look around the MLB. Let's see some scores around the league, and let's talk about some other teams. So the Tampa Bay Rays are leading 3-2 in the top of the ninth. They're playing the Guardians. The Pirates, they are leading the Cardinals 2-0. They're in the seventh. Red Sox are up here 3-0. Blue Jays are being no hit for the first 4 innings going to the bottom of the fifth. White Sox and Angels are in a rain delay in the top of the first. The Twins are up 1-0 in the middle of the third. The Yankees and the Rangers, just got underway. They're in the top of the second. Cubs and Padres at 9:40. That should be a really, really good series. Marlins and Dodgers at 10:10. Marlins, Dodgers, that'll be the last game. A lot of teams are off today. For my New York Mets, we are going to be back tomorrow playing against the Washington Nationals. It's going to be Little's ERA. He's 0-3 on the season. 0-3 on the season. 7.56 ERA. No lie, Mets pitchers have been facing a lot of pitchers like that. You know what happens? A pitcher like that comes in and dominates the Mets. And that's one of the things that I just don't get. That I don't get, you know? And look, the Mets, they better wake up, man. Like the Mets are already, if I'm not mistaken, 11 games out of the division or 10.5, something like that. It is unbelievable. First pitch to Okamoto is a strike. Ranger Suarez, he was in the dugout for a long time. Let's see how he can handle such a long layover. He only has 50 pitches. He's in the fifth inning. First 0-1 pitch to Okamoto from Ranger Suarez. Here's the pitch. That is going to miss inside. 1-1 strike. Tonight in the NBA, right now, the Magic and the Pistons. OKC and the Suns. Suns are trying to stay away from the sweep. 1-1. Misses. 2-1. Suns are trying to avoid the sweep. And then the 10:30 game, which I will be doing, the Minnesota Timberwolves versus the Denver Nuggets. That game is going to be chippy. It's going to be heated. Now, it sucks that Anthony Edwards won't be playing. 2-1. Strike 2. 2-2. I'm disappointed Anthony Edwards won't be playing. But nonetheless, I mean, what can we say? You know, it is what it is. There's nothing else we could say other than it is what it is. That's going to be fouled away. And they're going to do it again at 2-2. Let us see here really fast. Yeah, I'm curious of what the starting lineup is going to be for the Timberwolves in this game without DiVincenzo and Edwards. 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. That is going to miss inside. Full count. Nice at bat here by Okamoto. Shout out to Joshi. Oh, shout out to First Cooper for the follow. I'm a Red Sox fan. 3-2. Ripped. Oh, what a play by the third baseman. Makes the throw. He got him at first base. What a play there. What a play. Hey, the Blue Jays are being no hit to start off this game. I know it's early, but Cooper, I appreciate the follow. Cooper, how do you feel about the Red Sox firing Cora? And what was it? 6 of their pitchers? 6 of their coaches? How do you feel about that as a Red Sox fan? And I had a comment asking about Dylan Cease. Is Dylan Cease going to get 7 Ks? Cooper, I appreciate the follow. Joshy Cox Uncensored, I appreciate the follow. Look, Jake, okay, he has 5 right now. The first 4 innings popped him up. It's going to be 2 quick outs. The first 4 innings for Cease were really good. His 5th inning was horrible. He threw like 30 pitches to the point where if he goes into the 6th, he's already up to like 95 pitches. Dylan Cease's game may be done, Jake. If he stays in the game, maybe. But I think his game could be over. His game, I think he's going to be done. Harold, Red Sox winning it all. All they needed was a new manager, Harold. Harold, so I'm guessing you're a Red Sox fan. Misses inside 1-0. What are your thoughts about them firing Cora? What do you think Cora was doing wrong with the team? For example, Mendoza, I'm a Mets fan. I don't think Mendoza's holding players accountable. 2-0. I don't think Mendoza's holding players accountable. He's letting players get away with too much. Now, the players are sucking, but I think that Mendoza's not holding them. He's not holding players accountable, you know? Mendoza. I mean, he's just not. 2-0. Misses. 3-0. Dylan Cease is a joke. Toronto is like the Mets, overplay for average players. Yeah, they definitely overpaid for Dylan Cease. 100%. But what I will say for Dylan Cease, the only thing I will say for Dylan Cease, okay, 3-0 pitch. Here's the pitch. Strike. Challenge that, man. That's a ball, Blue. Come on, Blue. 100% they overpaid for Cease. The only thing I will say is that when they have their rotation healthy, I think he'll be the 3rd pitcher. 3-1. Swing and a miss. 0-2. 3-2. Gossman's their best pitcher. After Gossman, I mean, an argument could be made he's their 2nd pitcher, but when he loses the strike zone, he is horrible. So Gossman, Bieber coming back, if he could be back, 3-2, swing and a miss. So you don't challenge the 3-0 pitch, which was a ball, and it ends up burning. The Blue Jays are being no hit through the first 5 innings. We're going to the 6th inning. Yeah, Dylan Cease is coming back out. He's coming back out for the game. So could he get 2 Ks? It's possible. You know, so I think Dylan Cease is a solid pitcher, but I would prefer to have him as a number 3 pitcher. And hey, let's see how your Savage is coming back tomorrow. We're going to see. JC, Harvey, Manuel, Lewis, Messi still here. Jarrett is still here. New York Communication. New York Comunicación, estás aquí. Bienvenido a la comunidad que habla español. Yo estoy aquí para hacer este live stream de béisbol. Mi idioma principal es inglés, más poco a poco yo estoy aprendiendo más español y hablando aquí. Muchas gracias por estando aquí, la apoyo y la amor que usted está dando en esta página. Muchas gracias. Sunny Subias here, Miguel. Toronto and Mets need to overpay to get guys to sign. Oh, boy. I can't argue with that. At least with the 2 most recent. I'm happy the Mets have Soto, but I'm sorry. 15 years for Soto is ridiculous. I wouldn't have wanted to do that. 15 years. It's too much. Bichette was an overpay. The only thing I can say with Bichette, even though it's a 3-year deal, this is the only thing. He can opt out. So if Bichette decides to opt out, yeah, it'll suck that they lost him or whatnot, but they'll be off of the books with that. Let us see here. New York Communication, thank you for the follow. We are 7 away. 7 more. Bruh, I'm over here. 7 more followers from hitting 800 on TikTok. I believe we have a chance to get to 1,000 before the month closes. 0-1. Misses. 1-1. Hopefully we can get 800 tonight. But I would love to get 1,000 before the month finishes. And I got until Friday or Thursday, Thursday, 11:59 p.m. midnight. Friday is gonna be, May 1st already. So Let's see if we can be able to make it. We got Mike, we got Ramon, we got Mr. Keon, we got Chino here. Dre Sosa's here. Messi still here. Manuel Reyes. 2-1 pitch. Fouled back. 2-2. Has a chance to get a strikeout here. Peem. Can you bring me water? I have one open. I'm asking my beautiful wife to bring me some water because I definitely need some water. 2-2. Misses low. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Now, 100%, that's the bad part. If Bichette stays hitting 209 with 1 home, yep. Thank you so much. That's 100%. If he does do that, he's going to be there for 3 years, and we're going to have to overpay him for that. And that sucks. 3-2 pitch. Misses. He lost him. That's it. Dylan Cease is coming out of this game. You walk the leadoff hitter, it's over for Dylan Cease. He won't get the 2 strikeouts. Let's see. Let's see here. Oh, well, they're leaving him in. Wow. They're leaving Dylan Cease in. I'm shocked by that. Really, really shocked by that. We got Yasmani here. X-Bean. First pitch swinging. Fouls it away. Strike 1. Florinia. We also got Ahaha. Are you the Pinoy? Luke Abraham is here. 0-1 pitch from Rafaela. Dylan Cease pauses. Here it is. That's going to be a base hit. Yeah, Dylan Cease is done. He gives up a base hit. Red Sox are in business with the bottom of the order. They got first and second on right now. No outs. Dylan Cease has thrown 99 pitches. Wow, he's just getting a mound visit. They're not even, how can I say? They're not even trying to take him out the game. It doesn't seem like. This the first game without Cora. No, Mike, this is the second game without Cora. They won yesterday, the first game without Cora. Never putting my money on this team again, Dan 1. Now's not the time to be betting on the Blue Jays, honestly. I mean, I did think that they're going to win the game. I mean, not that early. It's a 6th inning, but they're leaving Cease in the game, I think. Wow. Talk about leaving Cease in the game. Wow, I'm shocked by that. Leaving Dylan Cease. Who you got winning? In what game? This game? I had the Blue Jays, but it's not looking too good, honestly speaking. Carlos Narvaez is up. First pitch to him. He's squaring bunt. He's going to bunt it into his ground. It's going to be 1 strike. No balls and 1 strike right now. I don't want to change my picks. I picked the Blue Jays to win. That's what I picked. So I'm going to stay with them. It's just not looking good right now. Pedro Martinez was my favorite. Yo, Pedro Martinez was a legend. I mean, he was amazing, He was absolutely amazing as a pitcher. The way his edge, it's not how good he was, his edge on the mound. He's with the Montreal Expos too. Talk about being in Canada. 0-1 pitch. Fake pickoff attempt. Right now, you think the White Sox are going to play today? I don't know. I saw that they were in a rain delay. I did see that they're in a rain delay. Let me check out the weather report. I'm going to hook you up right now. 1-1 misses low. Let's throw down to second. He's safe. Wow. Let me see Chicago, Illinois. Let's see Chicago's. So Chicago, it's supposed to stop raining around maybe 10 p.m. Maybe. That's tough though for Chicago fans to stay. It's in Chicago. If he stays there, if it keeps raining until 10, and it says it's pouring over there. 1-1. Squares bunt. Cease cannot throw a strike. I'm shocked that they've left Cease in this game. Pedro, the Yankees. He said it himself. These are Pedro Martinez's words. The Yankees are my daddy. But look, he did break off the hump in 2024, getting that World Series championship. So, got to give a shout out to them there. 2-1, swing and a miss. Pedro Martinez was with the 2004 Yankees, right? I mean 2004 Red Sox. 2024, 2004 Pedro Martinez. Was he with the Red Sox? Let me make sure. I believe he's with the Red Sox that year. Let me double check that. Let me see. 2004. Yep, he was with the Red Sox the year they won the World Series. 2-2. Here it is. Grounded. Could they turn 2? They're going to get 1. And they're going to get the double play. Huge double play for Dylan Cease. Huge double play. Absolute huge double play for Dylan Cease right there. I mean, absolutely crucial to get that, that pitch, that ground ball double play right there. Absolutely huge for him. Let us see here. All right, there we go. 2 outs in this inning now. We are, let me fix the base runners, my bad. Runner at third only. 2 outs. Durbin is facing Cease. Cease is, it's a pretty short thing. Cease is not getting 7 strikeouts. He's up to 105 pitches already. If he doesn't get this hitter, I mean, I can't even say he's going to come out. I thought he should have been taken out already. 0-1 pitch. Here it is. Strike 2. Can he get a strikeout? Can he get the 6th strikeout? Possibly. Batter's challenging the call, but the batter is going to lose this challenge because that was a strike. Let us see here. Yeah, it definitely was a strike. Cease about to implode. Look, he made a big pitch. If he could get this out here, then that you give him some credit for holding it. Yeah, that animal tossed that old man on the ground. I have no respect for him. Yeah, that was... the Yankees and Red Sox, oh my goodness, that was no joke back then in the early 2000s. 0-2. Here's the pitch. That is going to be a bloop shot, and it's going to be a base hit, and the Red Sox are going to get another run. RBI single, and the Red Sox now lead 4-0. Dylan Cease, just a good pitch, but right off the end of the bat. Yeah, Cease is coming. He's being taken out now. We got y'all. You're gonna react NBA tonight? Yes, Saki. I will be doing the Timberwolves and the Denver Nuggets game tonight, starting at 10:30 p.m. Eastern time. I'm gonna be going probably till like 1 in the morning, 1:15, depending on if the game goes to overtime or not. But definitely, I will be doing that game. Is the Michael Cepeda? Is the Red Sox looking this good after the firing the manager? What's stopping the Mets? I don't know, Michael. No sé. Yo no tengo la respuesta para esta pregunta. No sé. Por ahora, los Mets, ellos están quedando con la compromiso con Carlos Mendoza en el equipo. David Stearns. Mas, vamos a ver. Look, I hate how bad the Mets have been. It's hard to watch. And the sad thing is, it could get worse. But I don't care. I'm going to keep being optimistic. If the team sucks all year, I'm still going to be a Mets fan. I hope they turn it around. Do we understand if the Mets hit the whole season, if the whole season they hit offensively as bad as they are, historically, they will be one of the worst offenses, if not the worst offense in MLB history. In MLB history. And we're talking about almost 100 years of MLB history. So I don't think that they're going to stay that bad, So we're going to have to see. You think Clement getting over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs? It's a tough one because, look, the Blue Jays are being no hit right now. Through the first 5 innings, the Blue Jays are being no hit right now. So if they keep it like that, that means Clement may only get one more at bat. He's going to have to do everything in the one at bat with a home run. I can't go on that right now, honestly speaking. Durant is up, pickoff attempt. He's back in there. We got Bronzilla. Season over. This team's supposed to compete for a World Series. Look, I understand how frustrating it is. I just can't say season's over for the Mets. Like, okay, I'll give you my example. Why? And I understand that it's two totally different things. Strike one. I understand. For example, I was coaching a baseball team last year. And it's 12U. Look, we went through a funk. All jokes aside. We went through a funk where we lost like 7, 8 games in a row. And it's just like what could go wrong went wrong. We sat this player, we sat that player, we took this player out, we took that player out. This player couldn't even show up, pitching this, pitching that. So I kind of get it. But look, what I will say is, I personally didn't tell my players, whatever, I don't care about the season anymore. I didn't. I told all of them, look, this sucks, but we're going to figure it out. So I know I'm not the voice in the Mets locker room. I get that. Sometimes I wish I could be the Mets voice in the locker room. I wish. I'm not saying it's an easy job, though. 2-1. That is going to be hit well. The left fielder. What a play! Snyder saves a run, maybe saves an inside the park home run. If that would have got past Durant, past Snyder, Durant probably could have hit inside the Parker. For them to even be there, it would have to be a historic turnaround we've never seen in baseball. I saw a stat earlier. Just for the Mets to win 90 games, just for them to win 90 games, they need to go 81 and 55. 81 and 55. Now, look, is that hard to do? It is. But it's possible. Then, all right, look, and this is why I stay optimistic. 2019 Washington Nationals team record. Let me see. The Nationals in 2019, they finished off 93 and 69. They didn't win the division, but they were 19 and 31 in their first 50 games, the Nationals. Let me do some math now. In their first 50 games, 19 and 31. 19 and 31. Okay. So, in their next 112 games, they were, was that 74 and 39? 74 and 39. If I'm not mistaken, that's what, 35 games over 500? I mean, and they won the World Series. They didn't win the division. They were a wild card team. Now, we don't always see that happen, but it's possible. You know, that Nationals team was really bad that year. 19 and 31. And the Mets are not even at 50 games yet. So, look, it's tough. It's brutal. Look, I don't care if I seem crazy. I just can't give up, you know? I can't do it. First pitch, strike one. Do you know if the Angels are going to play today? They are on a weather delay. Bronzilla, the Angels are supposed to be playing who? The White Sox, right? And the Angels. I checked the weather for Chicago. It's showing that it may be pouring rain. That is going to be the first hit of the day for Sanchez and for the Blue Jays. He's going to be running for second. A leadoff double for the Blue Jays. Finally, they have their first hit of the game. Look, let me show my camera here. I mean, not my camera. Let me show my phone. This is the weather for Chicago. I don't know if you could see it well. That's the weather for Chicago right there. It's showing rain. Rain till what, 10 o'clock. So, you know, I mean, maybe, but if they start playing, it may not be till like 10 p.m. We got Zay Melly here. We got Adrian the Cuts. KC is here. We got Dan, Jarrett, JL, Leo, Mario, Carlos, Messi, Zay Melly. Forget all that. Get back to 500 by the All-Star break. Then go for a wild card. It's possible. Forget all that. Get back to 500 by the All-Star break. Then go to the wild. Okay, Joseph. All right. Look, you very well know. I've known you on on TikTok for how long? 3 weeks, something like that. You are not afraid to give your opinion. Very well. But just ask. I know that this is not the case. I know. But okay, if the Yankees were just stay with me. If it happened that the Yankees were this bad like the Mets, would you really give up on the season? If you would, then that's you. Respect to you. Respect to you. That's you. That's not me, though. Now, I have no influence on the Mets. I'm not in the dugout. I'm not in the organization. 3-0 pitch. Strike one. But I'm not going to give up. And you just said Rice and Judge back-to-back 3-0 Yankees. Yeah. Yankees are playing really good baseball. We even got a Yankees fan with a heart. Was that Jaycia 2022? Jaycia, how long you been a Yankees fan? 3-1 pitch. That is a swing and a miss. 3-2. Ricardo is here. Zeke is here. Jarrett still with us. Leon is here. Michael Sapeda. And Solis is here. 3-2. Swing and a miss. Damn, you cannot swing at that pitch, Schneider. Nasty pitch. Not even close to being a strike, but nonetheless, first out of the inning. So I won't give up, but I would still watch, but not expect much. All right, that's fair. Look, don't get me wrong. If this continues through the month of May, through June, then I will not expect nothing. But I'm not there yet. I'm not going to give up, and I still have expectations for the team. That's just where I'm at. Last year, when I coached the team and we went through something horrible like this, of course, we didn't have a $380 million payroll. We didn't have to deal with the media. But I didn't give up on the team. I told them, look, we're going to figure it out. So the same, I'm believing with the Mets. 0-1, fouled away. 0-2. Do the Blue Jays catch up? No, they're still trailing 4-0, but they have their first hit finally. If you were Stearns, how long would you give Mendoza to turn this around early June? Right now, batting is Heineman, the catcher for the Blue Jays. Heineman, he's down 0-2 in the count. That's a good question there, Michael. I'm going to get to it. 0-2, fouled away. All right, look, Michael, you know why something like that's hard for me to answer? But I'm going to answer. It's really hard for me because, Michael, I'm not in the organization. So right now I'm a fan. And look, we got to be honest. Sometimes we argue. Sometimes us fans, we overreact. 0-2, foul tipped, but he's going to stay alive. Sometimes we overreact. If I was in the organization, I think that my head is going to be so much more different. The first thing I'm trying to do if I'm Stearns, I know that this is not necessarily what a GM should do. I need to know what's going on in the clubhouse. Because for me, that's the thing. 0-2. Swing and a miss. Wow, what a pitch again. 2 outs. That's my first thing, you know. I would want to see what the hell's going on in the dugout, in the clubhouse. Not the dugout, the clubhouse. And look, now, but just to answer your question, if I'm Stearns, and we get to the month of, I think I would have, because I predicted Stearns was going to be fired already. No, Mendoza was going to be fired. But honestly, would I hold on till maybe the middle of May? Maybe not June. I think June is too late. I think June's too late. You think Clement will get a single? Maybe. I mean, let's see. 1-0. All right, let me go. You asking me a question. I think he'll get a single. He has a hitting streak going on as well. Bronzilla, we need the Pirates. Okay. In 1978, from Joseph. Let me see this pitch here first. 2-0 pitch. Strike one. 2 balls and no strikes. In 1978, Yankees were 13 out of first place in August to Boston and came back to tie. And win a tiebreaker game in Boston. Thank you, Bucky Dent. So, look, Joseph, you witnessed that. 2 balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. That is hit pretty well by Straw, but It's going to be caught by the right fielder. So the Red Sox get a hit. But that's all. We're going to be going now to the 7th inning. Red Sox do not score. So, Joseph, imagine that. 13 games out in August. They came back. I cannot promise the Mets. Like, that's the one thing I'm emphasizing. I can't promise that the Mets are coming back. I'm not doing that. I'm not stupid to promise people. I guarantee. I wouldn't bet my like a house. I wouldn't bet my house. I wouldn't bet, you know, my car. I wouldn't bet $1,000, $10,000, $1 million. I wouldn't bet the Mets are gonna turn it around. No, I cannot promise that. But all I'm saying is I'm just not gonna give up on the team, you know. This team is acting just like the Mets right now. This team is acting the Blue Jays, Dan? I don't think so. The Blue Jays are just heavily injured. Minus Lindor and Soto, the Mets, for the most part, Polanco, okay. The Blue Jays don't have Kirk. They've been missing 2 or 3 starters. They don't have George Springer. I don't know if Andres Jimenez is also injured. They just had Nathan Lucas go on the injured list. The Blue Jays are just an injured team. Now, when they were healthy, were they starting off the year good? No, they got swept by the White Sox. But, you know, you never heard me say the Mets were done. Yeah, you're right. No, the fans are the ones, Met fans are the ones saying that the Mets are done. I just choose not to. We got Adriana here, Michael. So, Michael, just to answer your question, I think June is too late. I would have to go with the middle of May. Middle to right before the ending of May. We got Edgar, Jammerdad, Boricua, Espebuxo, bienvenido. Yo creo que tenemos personas aquí que habla español. Por favor, si habla español, ponga un comento ahí y representar. Ponga su comento y bienvenido. Mi familia es de Puerto Rico. Yo hablo un poquito de español, más mi idioma principal es inglés. They got to push for Cora. Jarrett, I'm sorry. I don't want Cora on the Mets, man. Honestly, I don't. I would prefer Beltran. 0-1. That is going to be hit. Foul. 0-2. You know what's crazy? Out of all the cheating scandal for the Astros, is the guy's manager AJ Hinch. He got suspended 1 year, but he was right back. Cora suspended 1 year, he was right back. Beltran got hired, and the Mets were pressured. They felt the Wilpons were pressured to fire him, and they did. 0-2. Swing and a miss, 1 away. Beltran's the only person out of that team to have not gotten a chance. I would like to bring Beltran in. Laugh out like bro, but still Boston just fired their whole staff. That's what I'm saying. Look, there has to be accountability. Look, there has to be. And my biggest problem with Mendoza is he's not holding players accountable. Vientos literally strike 1 to Anthony Roman. Vientos ran Roman Anthony. My bad. I said Anthony Roman. Roman Anthony. Vientos, who is a nobody in the MLB, ran past a stop sign at third base. Grounded foul. 0-2. He was out by like 15 feet, 10 feet. After the game, he could have humbled himself and said, damn, I screwed up. He had the nerve to say, I got to listen to my instincts. What? And then Mendoza, the next game, you put him to play. Come on, man. Lindor's brain farts throughout the season. And you never bench him once? Come on now. 0-2. Swing and a miss. 2 away in the top of the 7th. I mean, Beltran, laugh out loud. The Mets deserve him. Hey, look, Beltran was a part of that. I don't know every detail to the article and like everything that happened with Beltran. But, hey, look. Beltran's still a respected man. He's a respected person. We got to give that. I like Cora because he's proven that he can win with a talented team. The Red Sox front office sucks. Look. Yeah, but he got fired for a reason. It's not like the Red Sox were given a bad team. You know? Red Sox don't have a bad team. 1-0. That is grounded. Second baseman gets it, fields it, and he's gonna be safe. Wow. Oh, horrible play by this. Horrible throw by the second baseman. That was like a rookie throw right there. Like he had to go in the hole to get it, but his throw was completely off balance and didn't have nothing on that throw. Wow. So an infield single for the Red Sox. The Pirates just gave up back-to-back homers in the top of the ninth. Damn. Kevin McGongle. Hell yeah, the Pirates cheated. Hell yeah. We got a pitcher's change here now, by the way. Hell yeah, the Astros cheated. I mean, it's clear they cheated, you know? Kevin, shout out to you. I know yesterday you commented that you're going to start playing catcher, right? And I think the Mets should have traded Vientos last year. He worth nothing now. Mets should have traded him in the offseason of 2024. But of course, after what he did in the playoffs, they weren't going to do that. Red Sox don't have a player that will hit more than 25 home runs. No power in the team. Definitely agree with that. But they made the wild card last year. And Roman Anthony was injured. Now, Garrett Crochet was a huge reason why they even won one game. Yankees would have swept that without Garrett Crochet. But the Red Sox had better, they had a better team, I believe, going in. Wait, what do the Astros cheat on? You didn't see that, Dan one? The Astros cheated with a scandal. Was it 2017, 2018? They have a whole scandal of cheating. They knew what pitches were coming, and they would bang on a garbage can when a certain pitch would come, and then they would bang too when another pitch. There was a time where Jose Altuve hit a home run, a walk-off, and you could see him mouthing in slow motion, "Don't rip off my jersey. Don't rip off my jersey," because they were saying that he had something under his jersey. Tony Guy Sports Parlay GC going strong every day green. Tony Guy Sports, shout out to you. Who are your parlays on? Let us know. We got William with the follow. We are 5 followers away on TikTok from 500. I appreciate all the support and the love. Angels game postponed. Let me take a quick look. They're still in a rain delay. And what I saw was that it's going to be raining in Chicago till 10 p.m. or 9 p.m. So, could the game start around that time? Yeah, but could it also be rained out? Maybe. But right now, no. First pitch from Lee. It is a ball, 1 ball, and no strikes. Let me get there. That drops right there. Gotta pick that up. Right, there we go. Let's fix that. All right. So, yeah, that game's still in a rain delay. And, we got to see if they're going to be able to come back and even play the game. They haven't postponed it officially, though. But it's raining a lot. Let me put my phone. 1-1 pitch. Here it is. That is going to be hit towards the right fielder. Right fielder's there. Gonna make the play, and that is gonna end the inning. So it is stretch time in the Blue Jays game. We are going now to the bottom of the 7th inning. The Red Sox are leading this game 4-0. Yankees are leading now 4-0. Jazz is heating up another home run. Do you think Joseph Jazz saying that he's going 50-50 is idiotic, or what do you think about that? Jared, yeah, that's very crazy. From what I remember, the whole trash can scheme was Beltran's idea. Really? Wasn't Carlos Beltran supposed to become the Mets manager in 2020 but was facing consequences? Yes. But he's the one that's never gotten a chance from there. Yeah, it was from 2017. I have Joe Adele, 0.5 home run looks. JJ, it's not looking good because the game is not on right now. We're going to see if they're even going to play. But shout out to you, JJ, for the follow. We are now 5 followers away from 800. Do the Yankees game, Bub, they winning? Look, after this game's actually been going pretty fast. I could probably do a few innings of the Yankee game. Then after that, I'm gonna rest my eyes for a little bit because I have a late night. I'm gonna be doing the NBA playoffs from 10:30 p.m. till what 1 in the morning. It's gonna be the Timberwolves versus the Nuggets. Let's see here. Stupid thing to say. He probably might not get 30-30. Yeah. I was shocked that he would even say 50-50, but I mean, that's something that you could keep that to yourself, you know. We got Montserrat. We got the Beatles lover in the building. Beatles lover. Montserrat is here. Hi, esteemed carpet cleaners here. Paisa Reyes, Scooter is here. Capi is here. Alejandro is here. Will is here. PB's here. Wavy Tuhati is here. User Crazy's here. First pitch, it is gonna be a bloop shot and it's gonna drop foul. Judge might not get 50 yet. Look, what's impressive for the Yankees are winning and Judge's, he's hitting home runs, but Judge's average is not insane. You know, 330, 340 like we've seen. You think Wilson can get a home run? Wilson who? Which Wilson? Let us know which Wilson, Wavy. 0-1 pitch to Clement. He is going to foul ball side. It's going to get out of play 0-2. So some people have been asking me, is Clement going to get a hit? It's not looking good right now. We got Mervin Cordero. Pablo's here. Marine Raider. Just Shoot It. Slick Rick is here. Wilson Contreras. I wouldn't bet on him getting a home run, personally. It's just me. If I was a betting man, I don't bet, I wouldn't bet on it. 0-2. Popped him up again. This one probably going to stay in fair territory, though. Yup. So Clement does not get a hit. Clement makes the first out of the inning. Not a good at bat there. We got Thug Life here, forced to sign up. Alex is here. Let's see. Pablo. Let's see. Jarrett, Alejandro. We got Kayleen Hughes. Hughes is here. At Jay is here. We got James. We got James Harris. Beat the Don is here. First pitch to Vladdy. Suarez is pitching a really good game. Vladdy takes a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. I thought that was actually a strike right there. Judge is hitting 220. That's terrible. Last year, this time, he was hitting close to 400. Yeah, definitely. That's the biggest thing. But the Yankees are still winning. And that's the impressive thing. That's impressive. 1-0. That is going to be popped up a mile high. Is there going to be room? Yep, there's room. First base. Contreras makes the play. So 2 quick outs. I mean, the Blue Jays only have 1 hit in this game. They are absolutely cold with the bats right now. Completely cold with the bats. They got nothing going on. And look, it's not looking good right now for the Blue Jays. Not looking good for the Toronto Blue Jays. Let us see here really fast. Take a look there. All right, there we go. Wait till the season moves on. He will get up to 390. He's capable of doing it. The only thing I can say is the Yankees winning games without Judge dominating is a good sign, because the last few years, 1-0, strike 1. The last few years, it looks like the Yankees couldn't win if Judge went insane, whereas they're winning games without him, and that's impressive. 1-1 pitch to Okamoto. That is going to miss low. 2 balls and 1 strike. Yankees quitting because the starters are going 7 or more innings. Yeah, the starters have been amazing. And you're going to get Cole back, what, maybe in May? Ending of May, Cole? Maybe June, 2-1. That is going to be a bloop shot. But the center fielder's there. Not even a bloop shot. It traveled well. Look, 1-2-3 inning. That's it. Blue Jays are not doing nothing in this game. Ranger Suarez, 7 scoreless innings, only giving up 1 run. Only giving up 1 run. We got JB here. We got Frank here. Ivan here. Ed. Ramon. Alejandro. We got Davier. Renis Garcia. We have Valdez here. Michael still here. Jesus. Curtis. Rob. Excuse me. We got Juan Abreu. Alan H is here. We have Eduardo Flores, Marcos, Luis, Brick City is here. Tito, Jose Gutierrez, Marcos, Ty Lucy, Alexander, Francisco, Ivan, prison first, then Cole about June. Okay. What do you mean prison first, then Cole about June? I know Cole June, but what you think? Rodon? When do you think he's coming? I'm gonna say this about the Yankees. They're gonna go as far as their hitting takes them. You think so? Pitching is the big look. You gotta have sticks, of course, people that are gonna hit. But pitching, I mean, pitching is huge. You know, the fact Blue Jays made it into the World Series last year. Now look at them. But Marine Raider, they're injured. We can't judge the Blue Jays now. They're an injured team. They're injured. They have literally 7 people on the injured list that are really important to the team. Everyone said Ranger Suarez was why. So much money on the Jays tonight. Jared, Ranger Suarez is dominant. We got Ray with the follow. I appreciate you. Tito@.com. Hello, good night. Buenas noches, Tito. ¿Cómo está? ¿Todo bien? Good night to you, Tito. The fact, Blue Jays are going to be okay. Now, Yankees are trying to win the AL East this year. Rodon first. Yeah, I expect Rodon. But look, folks, we are 2 followers away from hitting 800. 2 more followers. We're going to get it tonight. I believe we're getting it tonight for sure. We're trying to get to 1,000 before the month closes. Grounded to the first baseman. Vladdy, pitchers covering. He's going to make the out there. 1 away to start off the top of the 8th inning. Let's see here. To me, if Aaron Judge disappears in the playoffs again, he will never win a ring. Look, last year's playoffs was not great power-wise, but last year's playoffs was probably Judge's best playoffs, average-wise especially. Don't diss my boy like that. First pitch here is going to miss outside. 1 ball and no strikes. We got Ivan Gomez, Valdez, Elise Reyes, Carlos Capi. That is going to be a ball. 2 balls and no strikes. Carlos Ferrero's here. I listen to you. You do it very good. Tito, I really appreciate the support. I appreciate your words. It means a lot to have you here. 2-0. That is going to be a strike. 2-1. Look, you see the slogan down there. The live stream is better with you. Thank you all for the support. My TikTok camera is right here, and my YouTube camera is right there. I had to change my cameras because on TikTok, my other camera keeps getting blurry. And this camera that I'm using now for TikTok is a little bit more stable. It doesn't get blurry at all, to be honest. No blurriness at all. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, 2 away. This camera I'm using for TikTok, it doesn't get blurry at all. I haven't had no problems with it. So maybe I'm going to switch my TikTok camera to YouTube as well. But for now, you know, appreciate the support, you know. Really, really appreciate the support. You got to give Judge some time. Yeah, 100%. Look, it's a good sign for the Yankees. Yankees are winning games without Judge. It's a matter of time before he goes. Maybe his May will be, he'll hit 450, you know. You're fire, bro. Stringer Bell, I appreciate the support. Thank you very much. You are fire as well for being here. Look, reminder, folks, tonight at 10:30 p.m., that's Eastern time, Fouled Away 0-2, 10:30 Eastern time, which is about an hour and 18 minutes from now. We're going to be back doing the NBA playoffs. Minnesota Timberwolves versus the Denver Nuggets. So if you're a basketball fan, you could be back with me from, if you're in the US, if you're in the East Coast, we're going to be from 10:30 p.m. about till close to 1 in the morning or so. 0-2 pitch to Narvaez. It's going to be outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Love your content. Really appreciate it, bro. Springer Bell, you are the real MVP. How was Ted Williams and Ernie Bank, both Hall of Famers, never won a title? Look, winning a title is important. 1-2, fouled away. Winning a title is important, but winning a title in baseball is not like winning a title in basketball or even football. Every sport is a team sport, but basketball, I think it's a little bit more of a weight. Whereas baseball, look, you could be legendary. You could be a Hall of Famer, but 1-2, way inside, 2-2. Look, can we be honest? I know Judge hasn't performed great in the playoffs. I'll give that. Minus last year, he was solid. Best playoff run. That home run in game 3 against the Twins, against the Blue Jays was amazing. But have the Yankees gotten him a lot of help? Can we, 2-2? That's hit pretty well. Way back. That ball's gone. Narvaez hits a solo home run. And the Red Sox now lead this game 5-0. So for me, the Yankees, they didn't get him enough help, Judge, personally. I understand you had Giancarlo Stanton. They had Soto for one of the years, but, now I'm not trying to give Judge an excuse, but, that's just a thought that I've had. Lakers fan, Marine Raider, okay. Why people still hating on Soto? What do people want him to do? Make a group chat during rehab? I'm telling you, look, Michael, when you on social media, when a person's on social media or on media in general, it's gonna be controversial. For example, this is aside from baseball. We got YouTubers, and look, I'm a YouTuber. I'm a TikToker. But right now in NBA, in basketball, we got YouTubers calling out NBA players or former NBA players to play one-on-one. 2-0. That is going to be hit. Foul. 2-2. 2-1. We got YouTubers, with all respect, because I'm a YouTuber. I'm on social media. We got YouTubers calling out NBA players. Some of them are calling them curse words. Yo, come see me. Play me one-on-one. YouTubers. And again, 2-1. Low, 2-2. 3-1. I'm not criticizing the hustle. Look, they making it with that. They making it work. But when we're talking about the media, an average person, give them a following, they can spread out so much and become global. 3-1. That is going to be hit, pass, shortstop. Clement is going to make the play. That's going to end the inning. But the Blue Jays, the Red Sox score another run. We're going to the bottom of the 8th. It was a home run by Narvaez. And Ranger Suarez is coming back out. So look at the power of social media. So, Michael, we live in a social media era where you're going to be hated on. You're going to have everybody's opinion. I miss the old Red Sox. Cooper, what do you think of the team? How they looking after firing Cora? People expect Soto to act like their moms and check up on them who doesn't MLB. I'm telling you, they're grown men, Let's see. Yes, Yankees is the MVP team. I meant veteran team. Yep. Watching any Detroit team in playoffs. So, Grayson, look, the Detroit Pistons, I don't know what's the score now, but this game is a must-win for the Pistons. Pistons cannot afford to... Well, it's a close game. It's a 2-point game. 12 seconds to halftime, so it's a good game. I think I did... No, I haven't done any... Did I do one game of the Pistons and Magic? Maybe I would do the next game. It just always depends on my schedule. Today, I wanted to do one baseball game first, live streaming. If it wasn't for the baseball game, I would have did the Pistons game. But I wanted to do at least one baseball game. And from baseball, tonight at 10:30, I'm going to go to the Timberwolves and the Nuggets. Because that's must-see TV right there. That game right there, that's must-see TV. Look, shout out to all of you. If you're on YouTube, if you're on Facebook, if you're on Twitch, if you're on TikTok, if you're on Instagram, wherever you're watching us from, wherever you're seeing us from, I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you representing. I appreciate you, being a part of the channel. Shout out to you for being here. The live stream, it is better with you. Yeah, I forgot they play tonight. That's gonna be a good one. Could you switch to the Yankees game? Look, Marine, I gotta finish this game out. First pitch is gonna be fouled into the ground. After this, I could probably do the Yankee game for a few innings, but we're back in this game now. When we go to a commercial break, I'll start going to the Yankee game though. Strike one, fouled it off of the foot. The Blue Jays have 5, 6, and 7 up in this inning. We got David, we got Anto, Jay, Alejandro, L.I., User. We got Tinky, we got Crystal, Christian Vlogs. God bless you. And if you need a word of faith, check out the page. You know, everybody needs the word of God, even in sports. I'm telling you, if the Mets bring me in the dugout, I'm gonna be praying with the guys for sure. I'm gonna make a culture change there. We got Sinatra is in the building. Sinatra's here. Yeah, Grayson, that's the only tough part. Anthony Edwards is not playing, so that kind of makes it a little tough. But people also say Soto can't hit, but if you watch the games, they pitch around him every time. They're pitching around Soto to an extent. But why would you pitch to Soto if the Mets are so bad? Bro, who is the new Red Sox manager? I don't even know. But they're playing better, what we could say. They won, what was it? They won yesterday. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Ranger Suarez gets another strikeout. 1 away. I'm telling you, I mean, it's only been 3 games. This is a 3rd game, and all right, you know, but my goodness. It's crazy. Listen, Soto has been getting injured. Nah, Soto's not been getting injured. He just got injured this year. Guardians called upon former #1 prospect Travis Bazzana. Really? Wow. First pitch is going to be a swing and a miss to Jimenez. No balls and 1 strike. We got Tito here. User, Alejandro, Sinatra, User, Jared, Jeff. We got 64 people. We're getting more people in here. Shout out to all of you. We got Capi, Allen, Marine, Turtle, Romeo, M. Corona, Max Paterni, Silverback, Razorback. Look, all of you that are here, comment. Where are you watching us from? Are you in Canada? Swing and a miss 1 and 2. Are you in Canada? Are you in the US? Where are you watching us from? Are you watching us from another country? For example, earlier I had somebody from Connecticut in the US say what they were watching from there. I've had people from the Philippines. I've had people from different parts of Canada, different parts of the US watching us. So represent 1-2 pitch, low 2-2. I've had people from Barcelona, Venezuela join. We got Marine Raider is in Ohio right now. We got Sally here. Leon is here. Leon Kennedy. Hey, Leon, shout out to you for being on Resident Evil Requiem. That game was next level fire. Shout out to Crystal for sending the rose, for sending the hearts. I appreciate the love. We got Joseph Torre. What, you saying Ethiopia? Wow. I don't know if you being serious or not, but pop up there to the 3rd baseman. That's going to be the 2nd out of the inning. Boy, the Blue Jays only got 1 hit in this game. What's your series prediction for the Nats and Mets? Oh, my God. Look, the way things are going for the Mets may get swept again, man. Look, they may get swept again. But look, I ain't going to predict it. I'm saying they may. I'm going to predict that the Mets are going to win 2 out of 3. I'm going to predict it. They're going to win the first one, lose the second one, win the last game. 43 and 87. My God, I said the same thing. I'm not ready for tomorrow, bro. Sinatra, can I be honest with you? I actually am, yo. I want to watch the Mets play, man. I want to. Like, what I learned. These are the type of things you learn, especially with the word of God. 1-0. Is going to miss low. 2-0. Look, when you go through hard times, sometimes you got to be patient. But sometimes you just got to confront what's going on. You can't run away. I want to see the Mets play, man. 2-0. That is going to be fouled back. 2-1. Look, I want to see the Mets play 30 more games, 40 more games, so that I can really make a decision like, okay, it's over. I was saying earlier, the Nationals were 19 and 31. From 19 and 31 after the pitch, 2-1, fouled away, 2-2. 19 and 31, and they won the World Series. 12 games under 500. They finished off the season in the last 112 games 75 and 39. No, 74, strike 3. Ranger Suarez, absolutely dominant. We're going to the 9th. Let me go. So we're going to the top of the 9th, folks. So the Nationals, 19 and 31. They finished 93 and 69. That is 74 wins and 39 losses in the last 112. Now, is that going to happen to the Mets? I'm not saying it is. I'm not promising that. But damn, I want to see this team play to know if it's over, you know? We got Brian Davy boy. Let me go to the Yankee game real fast. I'm actually go there really fast. Give me 1 second to go to that Yankee game. And let's see there. All right. I'm going to go really fast to the Yankee game. Then we come back. Okay. Another reason I hate Mendy, he can't handle Ronnie correctly. He don't play him. Take out Vientos. Look, I'm going to be honest with you. Bellinger takes a ball, 1 ball, no strikes. I mean, not 1 ball, 1 no strikes, but he takes a ball. Let me go back to the game. I exited out. I just don't like a lot of things Mendy does, but Ducks are winning the Stanley Cup. Okay. I think the Angels Sox needs to call game off for today. Probably Grayson. Bellinger grounds it, and that's going to end the inning. So they had a runner at second base. Bellinger grounds out, and it is 4-0. Max Fried versus Jack Leiter. The Yankees are leading this game 4-0. So we're going to go back to the Blue Jay game. That inning was really, really fast. Let us see there. The Blue Jays, I mean, they're being 1 hit. 1 hit. Unbelievable what we're seeing there with the Blue Jays. They are getting completely manhandled by Ranger Suarez. Let us see here real fast. All right. Judge is about to get walked. I played ball in my teens. That's the worst thing, is when you get inconsistent play. You can't improve. I get you. Shout out to Anis 940 with the love. I appreciate you. Yankees money line is easy cash right now. Everyone get fat while they're hot. First pitch to Duran is a strike, no balls, and 1 strike. I need the Mets to put Soto to bat 3rd or 4th. We need a real cleanup hitter. Hey, Davey, shout out to that. Look, let me do something really quick with the Mets lineup. What would be my starting lineup? This is with Lindor injured. With Lindor injured, I'm going to tell you what my lineup would be with the Mets. Let us see here. Give me 1 second to go really fast to the Mets pitchers and rosters, just so I can have the players fresh in my mind. Okay, let's go there. 0-2 pitch to Duran. Here's the pitch. Misses outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Let's see the roster. Okay, what would be my starting lineup for the Mets? Okay, it's tough because, they're missing players, 1-2 misses inside. It's tough, I'm just being honest. It's really tough, especially with Lindor out of the lineup. I'm not putting Ronnie Mauricio to lead off. I'm not. 2-2. Let's see the 2-2 pitch real fast. 2-2 pitch. That is going to be fouled away. It's tough because, all right, Vientos, Mauricio, Beatty, I don't want none of these guys near the top of the lineup. I want them 5th, 6th, and later. But so, okay, this will probably be my lineup. 2-2. Here's the pitch. Fouled away. And look, I don't know if the Mets would do this, but it's getting to a point maybe I would prefer to even DH Luis Torrens and Alvarez catch, because I know it's 2 catchers, but geez. All right, my lineup probably. Let's say Bo Bichette. That's the thing. I don't want Bo Bichette leading off neither. 2-2. Grounded to the second baseman. Fields it cleanly. It's going to be 1 away. Duran, he hustles down the line. All right, but for the sake, let's say Bo Bichette leading off. No, matter of fact, scratch that. Carson Benz leading off. I'm putting Carson Bench to lead off. He's 5 for his last 12. I know that that's not crazy, a crazy stat, but hey, I'm putting Bench to lead off. Then I'm putting Bo Bichette. Then I'm putting Luis Robert Jr. Then after Luis Robert Jr., I'm putting Soto. After Soto, I'm putting Alvarez 5th. Popped up, that's going to be the second out of the inning. Soto's 4th if I'm putting Soto cleanup. 5th, Alvarez. 6th, then I'm going with either Beatty, Vientos. You know, now they got Austin Slater, so this guy probably is going to play tomorrow. Tyrone Taylor, but Simeon, there's no way I'm putting him to lead off. I'm keeping him 8th and lower, but Simeon, Mr. Marcus Simeon. First pitch to Anthony is going to miss. 1 ball and no strikes. Will Mendoza ever get fired? Huh. We got Bellstar in the building. I thought about this, and I do think that they should move from Mendy, but more so to send a message. 1-0, strike 1, 1-1. Look, I mean, Soto last. Will Mendoza ever get fired? I don't know. Something has to change with the Mets, though. But this series, for me, is a big series. Soto is our best hitter. We can't leave him at 2. He needs to push runners in. I agree with that. 1-1, misses. That's why, Davey boy, I'm considering putting Torrens to be the DH. All jokes aside, considering Torrens to be the DH. You know, Polanco being gone is not helpful. I wish we had him back, but we don't right now, you know. 2 balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Misses. 2-3-1. Let us see here. Izzy, G. Jose, John, Alejandro. Cincy Reds is here. Cincy Reds is one of my first followers when I started live streaming. Shout out to you. 3-1. Strike 2. Full count. Izzy, I'm pissed off. My favorite team are the Blue Jays. Yeah, the Blue Jays. Look, the biggest thing, Izzy, right now with the Blue Jays is that they're injured. They need to hang around and get healthy. When they get healthy, they can make a run. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here is the pitch to Anthony. Whoa, not even close. Ball 4. Red Sox have a runner on first base. Octavio Grayson's here. We got Grayson, Milton Ramos, PhD Ski, Chalo, Gordo, Higgins, Chino's here, SB. We got TOTO, Shirley's here, A-Town, the Raiders fan. How you feel about Mendoza going to the Raiders? Unemployed Rat, Felton, Jason, Alex, Richard H. We got Eva, Roa, not Aaron, J. Caesar hits Izzy, Joseph still here, Alejandro, who wants to know, Ramiro, Alan Nelson, Jared, great, bro. Yeah, I feel you with the frustration. Look, baseball is one of the hardest seasons to watch, especially when your team starts off bad, because it's such a long season. Football, 17 games, that's it. Basketball, more, 82 games. Hockey's also 82 games, so I get it. But baseball, it's every day. The most you get off is a day, or if it's the All-Star break, a few days. No balls. I mean, 1 ball, no strikes. So, you know, it's tough. Luis is here. Carl is here. Rudy, Sam is here. Bill, M, Miguel, Frank, Ranner. 1-0, that's hit pretty well towards left field. Going back, Snyder's there, but Snyder has enough room to make the play right in front of the wall. That's going to end the inning, folks. Look, we're going to the bottom of the 9th. This game has gone very, very fast. I mean, it's 9:32. Let's see. Look, Izzy, my favorite NFL team, we haven't made the playoffs for 15 years. All right, Izzy, I'm going to say that to you. Let me see if you can know the team. I'm not ashamed of my team, but I want to see if you know off the bat. My team in the NFL hasn't made the playoffs for 15 years. Who are they? My gosh, who wants to know? Dave is here. No, not the Browns. Not the Browns. A-Rod, A-Roldy is here. How about the Sox versus the Angels? OAV. Look, that game may get rained out. They're still in a rain delay. And I checked the weather for Chicago. It's showing rain till 10 p.m., which is, I mean, it's right around the corner. Let me check the weather again for Chicago, and I could give you a better answer. Of course, the weather is not 100% accurate, but nonetheless, let me at least, see. We're supposed to have a game tomorrow for one of the baseball teams. It may not happen. So it says actually rain is expected to stop in 11 minutes. So maybe, who knows if first pitch could be around 10:15 for the game. It's possible. The Yankee game is also going really fast. They're in the top of the 6th inning. That game started at 8 o'clock. Wow, that's really, really fast there. No, yeah, there you go. The Jets. There you go. I'm a Jets fan. Nah, the Jets. Yup. How about the Falcons though? Look, the Jets. I cannot say anything good about the Jets. The only thing I can say is that we made some good draft picks, but you can make all the good draft picks you want. You just gotta be able to play a good season. And we're gonna see if they could do that. Be respectable at least. How did you become a Jets fan and a Giants fan? I've seen 2 Super Bowl. What makes a Jets? I don't know. I asked myself that question, to be honest. I don't know why I chose the Jets, Nets, and Mets, but I was drawn to those 3 teams, and those are my teams. Yeah, the Bills. I've never gone to a Bills game, but I'm in Toronto, Canada. Not 2-hour drive from the stadium. Ball 1 outside for the Red Sox in the bottom of the ninth, trying to close it. Red Sox are playing differently. They are. Max Fried mowing them down, working fast. I like that. I like games that go fast. Reminds me of 2018 Red Sox. 1-0 pitch. Here it is. That is going to be a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. Let's see here. So look, folks, this game is about to be over unless an insane rally happens. New stadium for the Bills. Can't wait. Yeah, that's going to be fire. You know what's crazy too? 1 ball, 1 strike. That is going to be popped up weekly. The shortstop is going up, but the center fielder calls for it. He's going to make the play. 1 quick out. So look, the Blue Jays are about to get shut out. You know what's crazy? I've never been to an NFL game before. I've been to a high school championship football game, which was live. I mean, it was packed, but I've never been to an NFL game. I need to go to an NFL game, whether a Jets game or a Bills game. I became a Mets fan because I seen a World Series when I was 10, and Wright, Beltran, Reyes, DeGrom, all fun players. I get you. First pitch is gonna miss inside. Dave, boy, you gotta go. I agree with that. A football game is different compared to a baseball and basketball. I mean, I definitely gotta go. You gotta go to a Patriots game. Okay, 1 ball, no strike. Here's the pitch. That is gonna be to the shortstop who was shifted. He's gonna make the play. 2 outs. So 1 out away, and this game's over. At least the Mets are sometimes competitive. The Jets have always been trash. Yeah, I was in high school. No, not I. Yeah, I was pretty much in high school when the Jets, they went to the AFC Championship game 2 years in a row with Mark Sanchez. Both years, they were so close to the Super Bowl and they just couldn't do it. I go to every Giants and Jets game. Hey, shout out to you, Joseph, for that. That is gonna miss. Izzy, that's a good idea. Go to the Jets versus Bills game. That's a good idea. Really good idea. I should. Tallygate is NFL is the best. Who's that? Let me know there. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs already. Here it is. That is the tailgate. Are you talking about the tailgate? There you go. Tailgate. My bad. Tailgate. That. Yeah, I've seen the tailgating. That right there seems absolutely lit. Do you ever cover the Giants? If you do, what do you think about their chances on the playoffs? So, Michael, 1-1. That ball's hit pretty well, and it's gonna be off of the wall. The right fielder doesn't play it well. It's gonna be a 2-out double for Darton Varsho, and the Blue Jays have a hit. Look, okay, my live streaming career started in January, if you want to call it that. My first 3 live streams were the NFL playoffs. I did the Bills versus the Broncos, where they lost that game, and I was just Josh Allen before halftime, that fumble. I was like, what are you doing, Josh? I did the week after, which was the Rams and the Seahawks, a really good game. Then I did the Super Bowl, which the Super Bowl was kind of horrible. Super Bowl was horrible. So now I've done NBA playoff games, and now I'm doing the MLB season. When the NFL season comes back, I will be covering it. Now, am I covering it in a sense like I'm breaking it down on a day-to-day? I haven't. It's because I'm focusing more on the game part of the live streams. But when the NFL comes back, I definitely look to do some Jet games and some Jet and Giant games, without a doubt. First pitch to Clement. Clement swinging, fouls it back. I'm a Giants fan. We got some good picks. Now let's see what happened. Hey, look, y'all got Harbaugh as well. So the culture is going to change. Are the Giants going to be a 12, 13 win team? I can't say that. But should they be respectable, a 10 win team? It's possible. It's possible. 0-1 pitch to Clement. Here it is. Popped him up. That's going to be in it's going to be in foul territory, but it's not going to go out of play. That's going to do it. The Toronto Blue Jays, they get shut out. They only get 2 hits in this game. And that's going to do it, folks. So, Red Sox have won 3 in a row. How about that? Let me put here take off my AirPods. Look, I know I said I was going to do the Yankee game or whatnot. But the Yankees are, if it was a close game, I would do it. Unfortunately, it's more of a blowout. So, not a blowout, but it's 4-0. So I won't do that. Look, I'm going to stay here for the next 3 to 5 minutes. And from 3 to 5 minutes, I'm going to get off. And then I'm going to, prepare. While I'm off, I'm going to be preparing my live stream for 10:30 p.m. Eastern time. That's what? 9:30 Texas time. 8:30 Mountain time. 7:30 West Coast time. I'm going to be doing the NBA playoffs. The Nuggets versus the Nuggets versus the Timberwolves. So I gotta be doing that. Let me take a quick look at the score with the so Orlando and Detroit. Yeah, and I'm gonna watch that game. Maybe I'll come start the live a little earlier before the game so I can watch that game as it's closing out. Maybe I'll do that around 10:20, right on the brink of 10:30. I'll finish the fourth quarter with the Magic and the Pistons. 100%. So look, let's see. Go eat, relax. Marine Raider. No, I will. Look, I did the Thunder and Suns on Saturday. I regretted it. That game was so boring. The Suns, it looks like they had no life or no energy. For OKC, it just looks so easy. I'm like, yeah, I can't. I'm doing the Nuggets and the Timberwolves, and I'll catch the ending of the game. Yeah, go Joseph, go eat and relax. Exactly. I gotta rest my eyes. One thing I'm gonna start doing. These are blue light glasses. I know it has a glare because I have spotlights on me, but these are blue light glasses. A part of me, I want to start wearing them. It's just the glare that it leaves on the light. I want to start wearing them because, staring at a screen for multiple hours, it's tough. But yeah, nonetheless, we got Miguel, go Dodgers. Look, folks, so we hit 797 followers on TikTok. I don't think we're going to get the next 3 in 2 more minutes. So, without a doubt, in the Timberwolves and Nuggets game, I believe we're going to cross 800, and we're pushing for 1,000 by this Thursday, 11:59 p.m., right before the month of May. I have blue light glasses so I don't get headaches. Izzy, I'm telling you, they help out. They definitely help out. So, it's really, really, I need to start wearing them. I need to see how I could get my lights a little bit higher, like mounted, so that, because I have them on a tripod, my lights. I want to see to get the lights more up so that they're coming down on me rather than right in front of me. You gonna pass me? I'm at 850. Hey, I gotta pass you, Joseph. I got to, man. I gotta pass you, man. 100% I gotta pass you, man. Hopefully I'm passing 1,000 by what? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 3 days, 72 hours. It's possible. Let's see if we could do it though. All right, folks, look, whether you're on Twitch, we have people on YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, Instagram. Facebook, 5 platforms. We are going live on 5 platforms now. All of you, I thank all of you for the support. I thank all of you for representing, being a part of these live streams. And I'm going to be getting off right now. I will be back in another 40 minutes or so. 40 minutes, I'll be back for the live stream of the Nuggets and the Timberwolves. And I am excited for that game. Oh, ho, ho, snap. We got Speedy. Oh, snap. Speedy 22's here. Oh, snap. No, he's not fired yet. Speedy, look. I'm just about to exit, Speedy. I haven't seen you on one of my live streams for a while. Joseph was actually asking about you. All right, folks. Look, I'm going to stay with it. I'll be back in another 35, 40 minutes, something like that. I'll be back for the Timberwolves and Nuggets game. Again, I appreciate all of you for the support, the love, for representing on the channel. I will see all of you really, really soon. BRB. Damn, taking off. See you later. Yeah, I'll be back. See you soon, Speedy. Appreciate you. Take